Hello, everyone. I was asked some questions about cooking stuff, like why do I make the things I make, and how do I do it, and how do I discover what to make, uh, how do I plan it out. A lot of times I plan out to make something by what's available. I don't go out and shop for what I'm going to cook. Some things as simple as, just plopping a can of something in and stir with a spoon. But sometimes I make stuff my own that I kind of create, that I kind of not necessarily invent, because I'm sure other people have done it as well. But I just kind of put it together for myself. And the reason I do that is I found myself going out to eat too much, going through drive-thrus. The convenience of just going through the drive-thru, talking to the box, going through, getting your food and eating it in the car is pretty simple. Not much exercise involved, and a lot of times you just really can't control what the food is that you're eating. Does it use an ingredient that you may be trying to avoid? So I decided, well, what if I can make something quick, easy to make, quick and easy to make, that is going to be a little healthier than that. And also, you don't have to go out to get it. If you're at home, you can just go ahead and cook it. So I started with that. So I started, if you look down here in the comment section, I think it'll be down below, you'll see where I will once again place the low carb meals that I make. Sometimes it's as simple as 2 hot dogs on with relish, not sweet relish, but regular relish, a little mustard, that kind of. That's how it all started. But I do make these. Some people say, do you try to make it just like one pot or one cooking or one pan? And the answer is that probably yes. There are some where I've used more than one, where maybe I heated the meat in the microwave, then I put the tortillas and the cheese and everything all together into a skillet and then finish it that way. I may do one where I start part of the process in the microwave and then go into the air fryer. I think I'm gonna do that on my next one, so I'll probably use 2 cooking devices, tools, appliances. I'll use the stove for the skillet, and for the air fryer, I'll use the air fryer, and maybe I'll use the microwave to do some heating. So I try to make it as easy as possible, as fast as possible, quick, easy, and nutritious. Now, I am a diabetic, so a lot of stuff I do is going to be a low carb or maybe a keto type of a thing, without doing a lot of sauces or seasonings that may be higher in carbs. Some seasonings have sugars. Some sauces have honey. Maybe they have some brown sugar. Maybe they have regular sugar. You just never know. Molasses. A lot of those things are found in some of the ingredients that we use. So I try to do limited ingredients, and also limited time. So it's more convenient for me. Easy cleanup, easy setup, and 1 to 2, maybe 3 ingredients. Someone said, do you ever make like a full meal? I used to do that kind of thing. I'd make like pasta. I would make it kind of from scratch, they always say, but I would open the can of tomato paste or whatever, put my own seasonings in, my water, my olive oil or whatever, and I would stir it and make my own sauce. Now, it's not necessarily from scratch, because I didn't take vine ripened tomatoes and smash them all up and then add things to that. I would use limited stuff of opening cans and thawing out something out of the microwave to add to this, to that, or out of the refrigerator to add to this, to that. Don't forget to subscribe, please, like and share, and give me some questions down below, things that you may want to see if I can make them. A lady was asking me, did I learn the air fryer part? Do they start teaching the air fryer part in culinary school? And I said, oh, I don't know. And so, when you went to culinary school, what did they teach you? I said, I never went to culinary school. I thought she was joking at first. But she said, well, she never really, she's taking cooking when she was in high school and home economics, or whatever they called it, but had never learned the air fryer. And I said, well, I bet they do teach that now in culinary schools. They used to have the Cordon Bleu one in Pasadena, California. I've seen some other cooking schools. I know they have a good cooking school at San Antonio College, Mount Sac, because I ate some of the stuff they cooked there. They had a function there. A lot of times at the school itself, the classes for that, or that department, would actually cater it. They do the whole catering thing. So if your French club is having a thing, or your computer club, or whatever the club it is, paper airplane club, whatever it is, basket weaving club, you would give them the money, they get the ingredients, and they would make it, serve it, and all that, and then they get the opportunity to learn that. But yeah, so I know I never went to culinary school. Most of the stuff I learned how to cook, either I did it through restaurants I worked for, everything from Subway to learn how to cut vegetables. Back in the day when they cut vegetables and sliced meat, when they used to use the slicer. Now they got the slicer back, which makes it a big deal. They're using a meat slicer. Well, when we first started, we used a meat slicer, so it's really not that historic. But what I would try to do is just try to find out something healthy and something I can put together pretty easily. I don't make my own sauce. I'm not cooking like a whole big pot roast, in the oven and putting potatoes and adding some broth and creating my own broth, chopping the vegetables and make like a beef stew or some kind of a big pot roast with the vegetables all around it. You take some vegetables, you take some meat and eat it, because I'm basically cooking for one person, maybe two, maybe three. Not a lot of people, not big banquet type stuff. I'm one guy cooking. I don't have a prep cook or sous chef or any of that kind of stuff. It's just one guy trying to figure out healthier things to do, to eat at home or create it at home. Sometimes I'll create things and I'll make enough that I can make it throughout. But if I'm showing it on the channel, usually I just make one portion, one meal or two meals. But some of the things you can do, like the little burritos I made, or the little wraps, I can make a big plate of those and cover them in foil and or put them in a plastic, one of the freezer bags, and put them in the freezer and take two out and use them like frozen burritos. But a lot of times if you buy something like a frozen burrito, a tamale, maybe you buy a frozen dinner of spaghetti. So you're going to have carbs in the spaghetti. You might have some a lot of different ingredients making the meat that fills the burrito or the whatever that you may not want to have. So you can season it to your liking. You can add ingredients, take away ingredients, season the ingredients the way you want to do it. You can totally modify it. I did one just now, if you go back that way, on creating an air fryer pizza. It's only got 10 net carbs. Some of the ones, if you go to the grocery store and get the frozen pizza out, it's like, per serving, it's going to be like 50, 60 carbs. One bagel's got 50 carbs. So, but that's 10 net grams of carbs. If you want to go see that, it's back there, or I'll put it in the comment section. Do you like to have pizza? Do you like air fryer pizza? Have you ever had air fryer pizza? A lot of times you'll see this is an air fryer item, or this is a quick microwave item, but it's not for your condition. So you gotta, if you make it yourself, you say, oh, wait a minute, it says to use 2 tablespoons of salt and stir in there. Well, maybe if I use 1 tablespoon of salt. It's usually the seasoning is to taste. It's not to actually create it, to create the item. I might make some peanut butter cookies I made. I did make them before. I think I used, not Splenda, maybe I did use Splenda. I made air fryer peanut butter cookies, but there's another non-sugar substitute sugar, whatever, that is made with the sweeteners from cantaloupe and grapes, and it's still really low in carbs and all that. Some of the ones that, if you get an artificial sweetener, the word artificial really comes out, because it is going to have a lot of artificial ingredients that you shouldn't have. Maybe you shouldn't have those ingredients. So this is supposed to be natural, and I think I'm gonna try it. I don't know where to buy it. I looked at Aldi and they didn't have it, so I will look. I just was told, I've used Splenda, stevia, real sugar, but just putting less of the amount of that real sugar in there. So maybe we'll try that. I think I will do another cooking one. I have another video coming out, a taste test coming out on Tuesday. You'll be watching this on Monday if you're watching. Are you watching? If you're watching this, it's Monday. Tomorrow there'll be a taste test on a little thing. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You gotta watch, keep you in suspense. But you can watch that one. I have a lot of little shorts of silly things like weird items available at grocery outlet. Recently at grocery outlet, they've been having these weird products. I don't know if they got them as some kind of a clearance, or they are a closeout place, so they may have gotten those from Halloween. I don't know, but they have some weird, odd things in there, and I did make a couple of videos about that. So anyway, we will try to do a little more cooking. If you have anything you want to talk about in the way of cooking, please down there in the comment section. If you have a good recipe or something, please send it to me, or any hacks or tips that you have. I'd appreciate it. I use the air fryer a lot. I cook on the top of the stove. I don't use the oven very much. For one, it heats up the house and it's got really hot. But a lot of stuff, if it's baked, for me, I find a lot of times it's breaded. So I can avoid the breading by cooking on, like in a skillet or whatever. So I think I will make something using the microwave. Yeah, the microwave and the air fryer. My next thing I cook, don't hold me to it, I'm being held, will be microwave and air fryer. Have a great day, night, whatever. Subscribe, like, and share. Tell your friends to come on by and they can put their comments down below. Take care.